Shalom. I hope everyone's doing well as we approach this holiday season. Welcome to this week's episode of Why Does This Torah Portion Matter? In this week's Torah portion, Joseph interprets dreams, and his dream interpretations cause him to rise among the ranks of the Egyptian society, so much so that he eventually becomes the second in command, Pharaoh's vizier and trusted confidant. And you all can read the portion, and I'm sure many of you know this story from growing up in Sunday school or reading in church or however you got your Bible knowledge. But I want to talk about what it means to interpret dreams, which was Joseph's gift. And one thing that's always struck me is that the interpretation is more important than the dream itself. And in some ways in the Bible, these dream interpretations are almost a kind of self-fulfilling prophecy, in that if you think something will happen, you will either subconsciously or very intently sometimes cause that thing to happen and then think, oh, it was meant to happen the whole time. And similarly, when we have a vision of something, and this could be good or bad, I think how we interpret it, how we choose to view it, makes a big difference of what will come to pass in our future. And so if we make the analogy of reality and the interpretation of reality to what happens in this Torah portion of dreams and the interpretation of dreams, if we interpret our reality and our lives with hope, with blessing, with courage, I think we'll find different results than if we interpret them with negativity and sadness and frustration. And I think that message is inside of the interpretations Joseph has, because he does interpret them favorably, most notably the dream of 7 fat cows and 7 skinny cows, and Joseph ends up helping to save the entire Egyptian society from famine through his interpretation. And so the question that I leave all of us with, including myself, is how do we interpret our dreams? And dreams doesn't only have to be something that happens when we go to sleep, those kind of mysterious things that sometimes we can't remember, or we think how bizarre the dreams we had were, but also the dreams we have for our lives, the visions we have, our goals. When we look at ourselves 5, 10, 20 years into the future, God willing, what do we see? How do we interpret that? And so that's the thought I want to leave you with, and I think that's why this Torah portion matters. Shalom.